Okay, so this one is a 30-minute interval with weights. It's quite a quick one, so it's 45 seconds on and 15 seconds to switch, so just enough time to tell you what the next exercise is. So we do a little warm-up for a couple of minutes and then crack on straight into these exercises. So let me just put the music on. Just start with a little foot paddle.
Begins in 4, 3, 2, 1.
So just through the heels and through the ankles up onto the ball of the foot. And then just lifting up with the right leg. So in and out. Keep the upper body nice and tall.
Halfway there.
Switch to the left. So in and out. Upper body stay still. Get that connection in the centre. Bring that down. Now step out and step in. Just through the hip joint. Step out and
4,
in.
3.
Then bring the arms up.
1.
Fingertips on the elbows, push the heels to the floor, just a little rotation round and back to the centre.
Ready.
And then the other way. Back to the centre.
4,
Open the arms out
3,
and then just bring them in and
1.
open. So in and open. Keep that going. Okay, and hold it there. So circle forwards, watching the tree branch,
Halfway there.
and circle back. One more. Okay, a little shrug with the shoulders. So roll it back and roll it forwards. Roll it back. Roll it
4,
forwards.
3, 2, 1.
Lovely. Okay, so our first one, we're going into a circle out and then a squat and then other leg.
4.
You can pick the weights up if you want with this one. Here we go. So circle out and squat. Circle out, squat. Circle out, squat. So we circle outwards for the first half, circle in for the second.
Halfway there.
So we're going to circle the other way, circle in and squat. Circle in and squat. In, squat, in and
4,
squat.
3, 2, 1.
And squat. Okay, our next one is with the feet in a T shape, kicking back, right leg first, left leg second,
4,
hips forwards,
2,
off
1.
you go. So kick and kick. So just should feel that up in the back of the thigh, up into the butt. So just engage in the glutes. Keep the upper body nice and tall. Feet at right angles.
Halfway there.
And switch sides. So lift and lift. Keep the foot flexed rather than pointed. Upper body tall.
4,
3, 2, 1. Now we're going, pick the weights up this time. We're going to go into a curtsy lift and lower. So the right leg behind.
4, 3.
So you're just going to drop back for the first half. So curtsy and lift. On the second half, we're going to hold and just lift and lower in that curtsy position. So with the leg back behind the front leg. Hold it here. So down and up, down and up. Now you can intensify this slightly by taking the arms up over the head.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So switch sides, we're just doing exactly the same, but on the left leg.
Get ready.
So stepping back, left lunge.
4, 3, 2,
Here you go.
Halfway there.
Hold it here, lift and lower. So lower and lift. Lower. Stay in that curtsy position, take the arms up if you want to make it a little bit more of a challenge.
Four,
3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay, this time we are staying tall. Legs are slightly wide and it's just an alternate side lunge. You keep hold of the weight and you'll reach down to alternate sides.
1.
You don't need to go all the way to the floor if you don't want to. You could just come across to the knee. So you've got a couple of options. Just make sure that you keep that straight leg.
Halfway there.
Oops, keep it going. Nice and wide. Try not to let the knee go out further than the foot.
Four,
3, 2, 1. Okay, you can lose the weights for this next one. It's roll down into press. So you can drop to the knees or stay in a full press up position.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So roll down, walk out, push up, walk back in and up. So again, you can drop to the knees if you want to here.
Halfway there.
Halfway. Sorry about the tractors.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Now come down onto your knees. We're going for arm driver. You can do it with the weights or without. So you want to try and drop the hips down so that you've got a little bit of connection there in the abdominals.
2,
And we're just going straight out in front. So lift and lower. Now the idea is that you keep the hips nice and stable so that you're not rotating when you lift. And as I say, you can do it with the weight or without. So you could drop into a push-up position. You could stay in a box position if you feel more comfortable with that. Just an arm driver. Keep the abdominals squeezed in. We're just staying on the right arm.
four,
3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay, come all the way down onto your front into a prone position, hands on the floor in front, and then we're doing alternate leg lifts.
4,
Second half, go quite quick, like a flick kick.
1.
So lift and lower. Draw the belly button away from the floor. If you can see my legs. So lift, lower. Keep the hips and pelvis nice and stable. Remember, we're going to speed this up at halfway. Suck the belly button away from the ground. Rest the head down on your hands. Now go a bit quicker. So lift. It's like a flick kick. Draw the tummy away from the floor. Quite warming.
4,
Nearly there.
2, 1.
Lovely. Stopping to cat stretch and then getting your weight for left side arm driver.
Ready.
So either box position or drop down into a kneeling push-up.
2,
Squeeze the belly button in. So remember, the idea is keeping the hips and pelvis nice and stable as you lift. So what might happen is that the torso rotates a bit. We want to try and really focus on keeping it nice and still.
halfway there.
Remember, you can do it with or without the weight. It's just about keeping the body line nice and straight. Nearly there.
2, 1.
Lovely. Okay. Onto your elbows. We're going to do plank for the first half, then lift into dolphin for the second.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So coming up into plank, push back into the heels. You can rest on the knees if you want, and if you are resting on the knees on the dolphin lift, just pushing the bottom upwards. Nearly there. Push back. Get ready to lift.
Halfway there.
Here you go, adding in that dolphin lift so the bottom goes up. Come back down under control. And lift. Under control.
Four,
3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay. Come down onto your heels. Keep the arms nice and narrow. Rest to press. So keep the elbows tucked in.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So all the way over if you can. If not, just go into a box position. Take a little bit of body weight into the hands. If you can go all the way over and all the way back without losing that nice straight body line, then you can. Keep the arms in.
Halfway there.
Use your breath. So breathing out on that lift. Breathe out.
Four,
Nearly there.
3,
2, 1. Lovely. Okay. Staying in a kneeling position. I'll grab your little weights and we're just going into that V, W, X. Bring the arms down.
4,
So you can stay low on the knees.
2, 1.
V, W, X, and down. V, W, X, down. V,
Halfway there.
come up a bit higher. So V, W, X. Watch the tummy here. Try not to push out when you lift. Try and keep the abdominals engaged. V, W, X, down.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Lovely. Okay. Next one. Come over onto your bottoms. Oblique roll back.
Get ready.
So the feet stay down, remember? Feet on the floor.
4, 3, 2,
Weights up.
1.
Oblique roll back. So try not to let the feet lift. You're just looking back to the back of the mat. So you get rotation through the torso. And again, you can do this with or without the weights.
Halfway there.
Excellent. Keep that going. Try and keep the gap in between the knees the same. So you still want to really keep that alignment.
Four,
3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay. Favorite exercise? Single leg stretch. Do it with or without the weights.
ready.
So bring the knee in.
3,
You're aiming for the opposite ankle.
1.
And you can work with the head up or down. So if you find that uncomfortable, just keep the head down and aim for the knee. And again, you can do this with or without weights.
Halfway there.
Just looking up at the ceiling or the sky.
Four,
3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay, we're coming over onto one side. You can leave the weights down for this one. Prop up on your elbow. Knees are bent. And you're coming into a side lift.
1.
Off you go. Now you can, if you want, come up into side plank so you can straighten the legs out. Keep the rib cage nice and high. So when you go into that lift, try not to let the rib cage drop. So if you wanted to lengthen out the top leg as well, you could. Or you could come up into side plank. It's a little bit more strenuous. Just really watch the placement of that elbow under the shoulder. You want to keep this nice strong foundation. Nearly there.
3, 2, 1.
Lovely. Spin round into the centre. We're going into a balance for the first half, then add in bicep curls from that balanced position. Then we'll flip over and do the other side of the lift.
2, 1.
So come up into balance. Feet are lifted, slight tilt back. Bring the elbows in close to your hips. You can bring the feet up a little higher if you wish. Don't forget to breathe. And then we'll add in bicep curls.
Halfway there.
Here you go. Add them in. Lift and lower. Lift. Keep the toes up. Lift and lower.
Four,
3, 2, 1. Lovely. Come over onto your other side. So we're just going to do that opposite
ready.
side lift, either with the knees bent, the legs straight. Elbow under the shoulder,
3, 2,
rib cage high. Lift the hips and lower. And lift. And lower. Adding in, if you want, you can bring in that bottom leg so that you come up into side plank. And lower. And lift. And lower. Lift.
Halfway there.
My feet are right in my garden now.
Four,
3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay. We are going now. We're bringing the legs up to tabletop. Take the hands up above your head. They're just going to stay still. Alternate leg extension. Keeping that control in the centre.
2, 1.
So the knee comes back in over the hip. Keep the tummy squeezed in. Arms just up above the head.
Halfway there.
Keep the breath coming in. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1. And a lovely loud tractor again. Okay, next one. Take the hands behind the head. Single leg stretch legs, but we're going into crisscross. So it's the elbow comes across to the knee.
3, 2, 1.
Still keep that connection in the center. Drawing in the abdominals and pelvic floor. Getting that little squeeze in the center. Oh, drill that. Keep it going.
Halfway there.
Nearly there. 3, 2, 1. We now have a drill as well. Okay, so next one, we're going into arm openers. Take the legs up to 90 degrees and we open and close with the arms. Keep it nice and slow, okay?
1.
So legs up to 90 degrees. Open and lift. Open and lift.
Halfway there.
Nearly there.
4,
3, 2, 1. Lovely. Okay, so our next one, we're going to keep hold of the weights. You're going to bring the knees in, tuck them in towards you, and then go into a double leg stretch. So we're going to bring the knees in and then lengthen away. So you come in and out.
1.
Off you go. If you find that too difficult with both legs, do single legs. So in and out. In and out. Really keep that connection in the center. Draw the belly button in.
Halfway there.
So you could do a single leg if you prefer. That makes it a little bit more comfortable for you. Look up at the ceiling or the sky.
4,
3, 2, 1. Okay. Now we're going to take the hands behind the head again. Bring the legs up to 90 degrees and an alternate tap down. So it's like a scissor tap down.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So really drawing the belly button in. Tap and tap. Try not to bring the knee in too far. So you just want to go up to that 90-degree position.
Halfway there.
Now let's speed that up. Let your head relax into your hands. Keep breathing.
4,
3, 2, 1. Okay, come over onto one side.
ready.
Take the weight in the top hand. Bottom hand is out to the side. Knees are bent.
3,
And we'll open and close. Off you go. Now really keep the knees pressed together. Try not to let them lift. So only go as far over as your knees will allow. So if you can't go all the way over, don't worry. Just go as far as you can until the knees want to lift.
Halfway there. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lovely. Come into the centre. So I'm just going to shuffle round, arms out to the side, knees lift, and we'll go side to side supine twist.
4,
So the shoulders stay down,
2, 1.
knees one way, head the other. So you can go as slow as you like with this one.
Halfway there.
Try and keep the knees together throughout.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, I'm just going over onto the other side so I can still face you.
Get ready.
Take the weight in the top hand. We'll just do the other side of the arm openers. Keep the knees together.
2, 1. Halfway there. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lovely. Okay. Now stay on your back.
Ready.
Take the right foot onto
3,
the left knee
2, 1.
and lift. So just pushing in, getting that stretch down through the glutes. Push in. Just keep that little bit of pressure on. Keep the arms down, arms wide. Now take that foot down to the floor and switch.
Halfway there.
And lift on the other side. Push in with the right leg. Feel it on the left side. And release.
2.
Bring the knees in and roll up into seated. Just take the legs wide. Have a little reach forward in a thigh stretch.
4, 3, 2.
And release. Come over onto your fronts. Reach round, take hold of the right foot, pull the heel into the bottom, push the hips to the floor and just get that quad stretch in the front of the thigh. And release, switch over the side, grab that foot, pull the heel in.
Halfway there.
Pushing the hips down, bring the knees together. And release. Bring the hands in underneath. Stretch through the abdominals, lifting up. Relax the back, stretch the front.
4, 3.
Now bring the hands down.
1.
Come up onto your knees. Tuck the toes under. Up into downward dog. Push back.
Ready.
Push the heels down to the floor.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Now walk the hands in. And roll up. Just roll through the shoulders. And back. forwards. Take a lift and down. Come up onto the toes. So lift, down onto the heels. Big breath in and down. Roll through the shoulders.
4,
3, 2, 1. Your workout is complete.
Well done.